We're already live. You can go to Facebook, my Facebook, and then you can share to your own.
Yes, I am in your Facebook, but where do I see it?
My Facebook, you happen to see? Can you see? Can you see it's already live? Then from there, you click share.
Oh,
Yeah, then you share to your page. I can share to So Love now.
I still can't find.
Oh, you want me to
Your
share?
personal Facebook, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just share.
I can now put into Jessie and yours.
Yes, yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Okay, you go to your Facebook, you should be able to. Then you share to your page. I can share to So Love now.
I still can't find. Yeah, still not in yet.
Maybe.
Your personal Facebook, okay.
Refresh it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just share.
I can now put into Jessie and yours.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, wait. It is not coming in yet for me.
Okay, you go to your.
Not getting it.
It's already in your Facebook.
Oh, okay. I under So Love. Yeah.
It's already live.
Eugenia, is it?
Yeah, Eugenia.
Yeah, Eugenia is in.
Oh, lovely lady.
Hi, Eugenia.
Hey.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hi, Grace. Hi, Jessie.
We should be a very close group because we have started So Love 2 months, 3 months, I guess, 3 months. And yeah, we are all there.
Hi, Jessie.
Yeah, we have to switch off all the volume. Janet is here.
Where I can't see them in. No?
In your
Comment.
yeah, in the comment. You have to go in.
I saw Janet's comment.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, Eugenia. Hi, Janet. Hello. Okay.
Good evening. Good evening, friends.
Yeah, good
Great
evening,
year.
everyone.
Hi, today should be a casual one because 3 of us here have been, the good friendship for past 3 months. Yeah, in So Love. And we have quite a number of them, appearing on our Facebook, commenting. And hi, girls, please send regards to us.
Yeah, they say hello.
Okay. Well, I have started a community, So Love Singapore, spelled as SOULOVE. Yeah, then Singapore. So if you're interested, can actually join So Love Singapore. It's actually a community that we send a lot of stories, inspirational stories, quotes, and even comments. Literally, we actually share thoughts and ideas, by when we read through a certain quotes or stories, sharing that comfort. And sooner in future, we may probably have some gathering together. It's literally a very close relationship now. It has been almost 3 months. And our group is growing larger and larger. I think it's coming to 600 soon, very soon. Yeah, I'm very happy. So please share with your friends, invite them to join So Love Singapore, increase the size because literally it's a group of members, that we can actually share thoughts, share feelings, and be friends. Yeah, we want a very healthy friendship in this group, and we have quite a lot of coaches around, and they are more than willing to share thoughts with you. Ivy is one of the coach in it, and beside that we have many coaches from even health, for bodybuilding, what's more, mental health products, and etc. Yeah. So we are very welcome you to join us. Okay. Today, myself and Jessie, as usual, Jessie will actually introduce her products as she's the new skin distributor. Then after that will be Ivy. So I believe a lot of them will probably know who is Ivy. If not, we'll find out more. Over to you, Jessie.
Hi, I'm Jessie, the distributor of New Skin product. This is my career and business established since 2017. So each week in the share time, I'll introduce one product. So if you're interested, you can PM me, or should you want to start a business with no capital involved and enjoy passive income at the same time, you may PM me to know more. Okay, so today, the product that I'll be sharing is ta-da! Ultimate Mask Snow White. Yeah, so you want to have Snow White skin? Yeah, okay, so this is directly from Korea. It features a protein-coated bamboo sheet infused with premium whitening ingredients, which prevents pigmentation. Okay, so the ingredients actually contains water-soluble vitamin B, which enhance skin's barrier care and moisturizing effect. Okay, it also contains antioxidant, combining 3 amino acids for healthier skin. So pamper yourself and your loved ones at only $39 for a box of 8. Yeah. Okay. So PM me for more details, or if you want to order. Okay. Thank you for my sharing. Yeah, that's all. Over to Grace now.
Hi, back to me. Today, we are honored to actually invite a friend of mine. And when I want to start Soul Love, I actually approach her because probably everyone is aware that I'm not a coach nor a mentor. Literally, I'm a gate or door opener to inspire people to actually look into themselves, to understand who they are and how they can improve themselves to another level. Personally, I'm from HR, and Ivy also in HR field for many years. So that's actually helps her to understand, how to coach or being a life coach to individual. The interesting part is because we have same thoughts. During our service in HR, we are more like a buddies. We have this kind of friendship towards our colleagues. So we share a lot of similar ideas, similar feels and deep felt about, the relationship between a buddy and the colleagues or even in HR. So Ivy, we will definitely like you to share more in terms, what is so important of that buddies and, from there, and what's the difference between the buddy systems and the buddy relationship compared to a coach?
Okay, Grace, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share time with Soul Love, right? Good evening, everyone. I'm Ivy, your buddy coach, right? I'm honored today to accept Grace's invitation here to share with you about the topic, why do you need a buddy? Right, before I go into this topic for today, let me tell you a bit more about myself. Okay,
Yes,
life was
like
great
to
for me,
hear
right?
about your past.
Yeah. So this is a bit more about my past that you may never know, Okay, life was great. After I graduated, I landed on my first HR job. And in my first year of the job, I did pretty well. I did a project that actually saved the company like 30,000 per annum recurring. And that was big money at that time, I don't want to tell you how many years ago, but I think you can guess how many years ago. Yeah, right. Then I enjoyed my HR work very much. But 8 years later, I was uprooted. I was actually sadly transferred to the customer service department. I tried my best to do the job, but after 1 year, I still feel not happy about the customer service. So I applied and I said, I want to go back to HR. Then I waited and I waited. And 1 year later, still no news. So that took me 2 years. And after 2 years, I really thought to to myself that enough was enough, you know. I want a HR career, and if the organization is not giving it to me, then I will create my own HR career outside. So after a few months of applying, I got into a HR job, and it was heading the HR function in a private sector, right? And from then on, life was greater, right? And that's where I stayed in HR from the time I started work till now, right? Okay, maybe why do I share with you this story? Basically, what I wanted to point out is the lesson learned, that you are accountable for your personal goal, right? Nobody is very interested to listen to what you want. You know, I waited 2 years and nothing happened, right? And if you don't help yourself, nobody will help you. So this is the lesson I learned. It's a good thing that I learned at a very young age, right? That is about my past. Yeah. Okay. So why am I a coach now, or why am I a body coach? Basically, having been in HR for so long, I've actually always enjoyed working with people, helping them to solve the problems and help them in their purpose in life, right? HR is my passion, and that's why I can stay so many years in HR, more than 20 years in HR, right? When I was a HR person, I always walk about, you know, like the MPs, right? They call it MP walkabout. For me, it's HR walkabout. So I get to know my colleagues, and they're all very friendly to me, and I always keep my communication open with them. So I've always liked to work with people. Working with people, interacting with them makes me happy, right? I feel that HR is my passion. In fact, I'm a very people person. You know, 3 out of my 5 Gallup Clifton strength are in about people. It's about communication, about woo, and about empathy. So I always feel happy and energetic when I work with people, around people, for people, right? Okay, what I'm doing now is as a workplace coach, I do workplace consulting and coaching as well, and it has direct impact on people's life. It gives me great satisfaction when I can help people to solve their problem, to solve their challenges at their workplace, right? This is what I'm doing now, right? Going forward into the future, what I can see is that I would actually like to support our HR community. You know, now with the COVID situation, I think the limelight is on HR, you know. Of course, you saw the newspaper, right? Somebody says that HR are not essential services, right? Do you agree with me? HR is not an essential services? Grace, agree or not? No, right? HR is definitely an essential services. When I was in the organization under the business continuity plan, HR is one of the in the leadership team to make sure that to make sure that bao ka liao, right? Bao ka liao from everything. Yeah, that's right. So HR is essential. So with this new COVID situation, where we have a new normal, safe distancing, split shifts, and all that, HR is getting into the limelight, you know. And I see that this is a time for HR to do well, right? So that they can shine, because like 90% of management now agree that HR is very important. So this is where I hope I will have more action in future.
A quick one. Me and Ivy have some thoughts that we may like to open up another community, especially for HR. Literally, we can have a better relationship with HR, and we would like to invite our good friend Nancy. Nancy, if you are there, okay, stand by. And some of the HR that actually can join us and team out, you know, literally to inspire each other, give us some thoughts, and at the same time, we can help each other in any forms of area. Okay, over to you.
Yeah, okay. So I've already kept my promise, right? I promised that I will tell you about my past, my present, and my future, right? So Grace, did I keep my promise?
Yeah, I
Okay.
need to hear more.
Oh, you want to hear more? Okay. Let's go on to talk about the topic for this evening, right? Why do you need a buddy? Okay,
Mm,
let me
precise.
clarify. Let me clarify from the start. I'm not a subject matter expert on this topic. I'm not a psychologist or a socialist or study social behavior. But I'm very happy to share with you my experience and perspective about this topic. Right? I'm sure nobody will deny that having buddies is a good thing,
Yeah.
right? Something that we all should be happy about. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm sure most of you will have good friends, best friend, right? Starting from your kindergarten days. Some of you maybe even nursery, right? Primary school, secondary school, poly or uni, you know?
Yeah, the
Right?
neighbor that we can borrow our pen and eraser and
Yeah, and maybe forget to
Yeah,
give
tie
back.
hair together. Let's.
Yeah, yeah. So others may have their best friend, best buddies at the workplace in the later part of their life, right? So we need buddies everywhere in our personal life as well as our professional life, right? Right. We are social creatures, right? We need to belong and to be accepted by people.
yeah.
So yeah. So what is a buddy? You know, to me, buddies are people with the same passion, with the same interests, right? Like you play games together. When we're young, we play, you know, the chate, right? You know, have you all ever played the chate?
Yeah,
So
0 point. My time is 0 point.
I was
Oh,
very good.
yeah, yes.
And five stones.
And
So
five
my buddies are those
Wow.
people who play chate and five stones with me. Okay. Yes. So buddies are people who have the same experience as you, and maybe they have overcome the same type of challenges in life, right? And people who show care and concern to you when you're in trouble, right? They empathize with you when you're down, and they console you, help you, and teach you, you know, like as in social learning, right? So I think a lot of us learn a lot of things, especially when we are like primary
Correct,
6, sec
buddy.
1, sec 2. We learn
Yeah.
a lot for our buddies, right?
Yeah.
Not to mention what we learn
Good and bad.
about the birds and the bees. Right.
So
Yeah.
even recess time, you know, what they eat, we can't make a choice. We just follow them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, in the nutshell, buddies are people who keep you a company and so that you're not lonely and make you feel good when you're sad, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the two buddies I have here with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
High
High
five.
five, high five.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
important. But it's literally, you know, we share joy together. It's like, you know, when I go through how I know Jessie, it's literally when I was divorced, I was pretty lonely in Singapore. I literally have no friends come to me. I don't know why. They just, you know, walk away from me. And yeah, I have no friends and I'm trying to kind of tame myself because there are too much of shock and unhappiness. So I literally we went to meet up, right, Jessie?
Yeah.
We actually know each other by joining, you know, kind of a social gathering. So I have no clues about her. She have no idea who am I. We just talk. And then we have that sparks.
Wow. Sparks. Okay.
That sparks. And we literally share almost everything. Yeah. So it's actually, I know her for a year plus. Yeah. So we have become a very close buddy. We literally share everything to the extent that we know, she know my problem. I know her problem because she's also divorced. And, you know, when we come to financial part, it's even worse. You know, we have to do something to move on. So that's also the reason that we actually have this show. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
Ivy. We just
no problem. No problem. Just share. We are talking about buddies, so you're not irrelevant.
Yeah, that's also how I know Ivy. You know, I know Ivy in a very unique way. Let me try to recall how I know you. From Facebook.
Yeah, from Facebook.
From Facebook.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
literally check, and then after that we just click, and then we meet up, and we
Yeah.
can relate to almost everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, then we can share the ideas.
Yeah. So that's why I say, you know, when you can know your buddy, when you have a good vibe, you know, when you meet up or talk to the person. Yeah. So let me share with you that even in at national level in Singapore, primary schools are actually implementing buddy system.
Yes.
They're implementing buddy system where a primary 3 will be a buddy to a primary 1. in the first few days of school, right? The preparatory basically helps the primary one to orient it to the school environment and to serve as a role model of behavior, you know, like how to queue up for food, how to keep a good personal hygiene, not only in the canteen, but also in the toilet.
Yeah.
Right? How many of you can agree with me that this is a good practice? Right?
Agree.
If you, oh, you good. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up, you know, because I feel more encouraged when I see responses, right? When I see thumbs up, yeah, I
That's
will,
up on Facebook.
I will end up telling you more about myself.
But it's true. Even my girl is 8 years old. She's in primary 2. But last year she's in primary 1. So actually they started with a buddy system. Well, I appreciate that because they are young and they have no idea, you know, how to go out to the toilet. You know what they should do first, and how, you know, when they walk to the canteen, you know, how they should order the food and buy the food. They have no idea. So the buddy systems actually helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
Yeah, right. So thanks for all your responses on Facebook. Hi, Michelle, just saw you. Nancy, just saw you. Right. Okay.
They are all your buddies, yeah?
Yeah, my buddies, you see? So these are what buddies are good for also.
And these buddies all start from where?
Huh?
Fun chat.
Oh, yeah. And some of them are workplace, a lot of them are on Facebook, like
Yeah,
crazy.
correct. Yes, it's actually literally from Soul Love. We
Yeah.
started from Soul Love time chat, and then we click along by literally sharing stories, you know, our thoughts and ideas. Agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. The important part is, you know, we share and we explain to one another, and from there we develop that, you know, the natural feeling, the natural friendship. Yeah.
Basically, we can agree to disagree, right?
Yeah, doesn't matter. There's no right wrong.
Yes, there's no right or wrong answer. Yeah. So in my HR practice also, we actually I've adopted a buddy system for new hires. Basically, we actually team up a serving staff with a new hire who reported for work for the first 1 or 2 weeks to help in the orientation. Of course, the most important thing about the orientation is where to find good food, right? The good makan places around the workplace, right? So this is what buddy system is about. So HR uses quite a lot of buddy system. Another system that HR use is for personal development, especially to develop the young leaders who are probably identify high potential. We use the mentoring scheme, you know, where more senior colleagues actually become a mentor to these young leaders. They impart their skills and knowledge to people with less experience. So where mentoring is concerned, is basically to help develop the leaders. It's a personal development for the purpose of personal development. Yeah. So maybe you can share with me, the audience would like to share with me, what do you think are the advantage of having the buddy or the mentoring system?
Poor Eugenia, my time, no buddy system. And she keep laughing.
Well, I think
Regina, we hear you, Regina.
yeah, okay, some information are coming in. Let me just read.
Yes.
Well, you can, with the buddy system, you learn from others, right? You can avoid mistakes and you can shorten the learning curve. Wow. Okay. Thank you all for your response. Okay, these are basically some of the benefits of the buddy and mentoring system, right? Okay, because this is a chat group, right? So I can chit chat, right, with my audience.
Yes.
So I ask some more questions. Okay, when you are wanting to do something, right? But after doing for some time and you find that you're not getting any headway, right? Tell me, what would you do? You do something and you cannot achieve what you want. What will you normally do? Yeah. Grace, Jessie, what will you do?
I will drink wine.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'll go shopping, online shopping.
I will let loose my hair. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, likely you'll take a break, right? Go shopping, drink one wine is basically taking a break, right? Before you get back to work on it again. Or you try to.
It's literally the quiet time. But to the extent, sometimes I really want to talk to someone. Like just now, I actually received a very interesting message and I sent it over to Jessie. And Jessie have a good laugh. Jessie said, meet him up.
Yeah, so she's your good buddy, right? Yeah. Or you find that, like exactly what you mentioned, find a buddy or a friend, to chat with.
Especially the one that actually understand me, because she know most of my stories. So she know who I'm dating. So she literally give me the thoughts, and she will just join in the dating at times.
Wow. Well, you touch on the right thing, the thoughts, new ideas, right?
Yeah.
Right? When you do something, you want new ideas, so you talk to people. Okay, one of my friend WhatsApp me because she can't communicate with me on Facebook. She says that find somebody who are experienced or expert in the area to give you advice.
But that one would be likelihood a mentor or maybe a coach, right? Because to the extent, to me, my buddy is more like, someone that I can share. I do have a mentor.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a mentor that actually guide me, because soul love is actually literally to a level. So I need that mentor to actually guide me. And I do have a lot of coaches, friends, actually give me some ideas, thoughts as well. So that we can leverage out by learning one another towards one another. Just
absolutely. Mentor is like experienced people, right? Right. When this friend of mine mentioned expert, it brings to my mind about another kind of buddy system. Consultancy, a lot of people quite not so inclined to use consultant, because consultant are experts and they have a fee, right? Usually they give you expert advice on what can you do to get what you want, and this is usually practiced in the business world or the corporate world, right? One very good example in HR is that we engage HR consultant to do climate survey, employee survey, tell us what's the problem, right, with our HR or people, right, and then tell us what we need to do, right? So these are the usual. It usually happens in the business world.
Yeah, but consultant is not really to the in-depth by providing you more information. I mean, well, I gather information in terms of paper reports from consultancy, but I don't get that development, from a consultant.
Yes.
Comparison. Yeah. So if you mention about consultant, I was like, quite laid back. I don't really get information from much. It's like data. They literally provide you with data, nothing else. Yeah. So that is definitely not an interest from my side. I believe Jessie also will not be interested, because that is more like a corporate thing where you buy reports, like cost
that's right.
It's
corporate,
the salary benchmark, which are all this, etc. And or maybe they will give you a certain thoughts or measurements in analysis in terms of the employee practices, but it's not that touch or even that knowledge.
I think they don't have the personal touch.
Yes, exactly.
They're not about personal performance, about personal development. So that is more for the business or
Correct. So I guess probably she may be a different thoughts, maybe not. I mean, to me, consultant can never be a buddy. They will never have interest to know who you are. They have no interest in terms of your story.
We're going to X that out from our buddy system because they look at money, right? The fee, right?
Yes, exactly. So if you ask me to have a good touch, it's either a mentor or a coach. But in terms of this, it's like a debating, how to, like last Thursday, we actually have words with Andrew. Andrew is mentioned about coach. I'm pretty impressed. I believe you heard that, right? It's like we're pretty impressed in terms of the measure between the mentor and the coach. Well, mentor, to what I understand, there may not be any charges, or they have very minimum charges, because they are like a buddy actually to help you. So it can be in terms in working in the company, or they may be in terms of a certain skill set to guide the person. But whereas coach to me can be very expensive. And it may be in terms of maybe Ivy, you are expensive, so it can be expensive, and
you never know how much I charge, so I may be very cheap, but I'm not a cheapo lah.
From the from the picture behind you, it already look costly. Okay.
Those are my handprint, my fingerprints.
Oh, nice. Very nice art. That means
Yeah.
that you are full of passion. See, because
Yes.
to my understanding, coaches can be expensive, and it's like, how to even to find the right coach. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really depends. Maybe we can discuss that, right? Right. So if you want to talk about coaching being expensive, I don't think so. There are many coaches in Singapore even, or even now with this technology, we can get coaches from UK, Australia, even can get clients from overseas.
But there's no touch. If you ask me, I won't find someone that, from foreign
Yeah.
country, and literally they just probably give you a lot of terms, technical terms. I would say that, they probably give you bombastic words. I don't even try to understand what you're trying to share with me. I would rather have someone that can hold hand. Well, I don't mind if the coach is handsome.
So you're talking,
Okay, give a
thinking of
hug, right?
another, yeah, can hold hand, can have the electricity,
Yeah.
eye-to-eye contact, right?
Basically, to me, it's like a coach can be a good buddy as well, because that
Yes.
person will be go in depth to actually understand you. Yeah, in terms of sharing thoughts, sharing the mindset, and that I believe that it is like a teacher.
Yeah, that's why I told you that I'm a
Powerful
coach buddy.
teacher.
I'm a buddy coach, right? I'm a buddy first before a coach. So
Yeah.
basically, as a coach, we will actually need to relate more to your coachee, right? Your client, right? So some of you may ask, how do I find the right coach, right?
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah. So what I would actually like to say is that before I go to answer that question, maybe we talk about some of the benefits of coaching and the characteristic of coaches. So talking about coach buddy, like I say, a coach is like a buddy. You can think of a coach as a professional buddy. Yeah. Okay. The main difference is that coach are people who have undergone some form of training, right? They are, as in a certified coach, has a set of core competency to observe, right? We learn the lesson and we have a practicum. Practicum is a kind of a practical class where you provide opportunities to apply what you learn in classroom by observing and learning from other similar professionals in the same field, right? And like pilots, we need to accumulate flight hours. In our case, it's coaching hours before we can be certified a professional coach. So professional coach has to undergo a rigorous structured certification, right? Before I was a coach, I've actually been coaching, but I cannot call myself coaching. I just have to say I am guiding and like Grace said, mentoring based on my experience, right? At the point of time, I actually work with the young leaders, right, who have high potential. And I work with them about their personal developmental needs, their strength, their weakness, how to convert their weakness into strength, right? And to help them achieve their career goal, right? So I cannot call myself a coach. I just said that I guided and mentored them, right? And of course, I have the advantage because I'm being the head of HR. I actually designed their career development path for each of them. So therefore, I can guide them, right? In fact, a very interesting story. Actually, one of these high potential is now successfully appointed as a CEO in the same company.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's a CEO right now, and I'm still in touch with him. Yeah.
that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So as coach, we are like buddy. We are like your partner. No, we don't talk down on you. We talk and work alongside with you.
And it's an ongoing thing, because it's like, the coach is actually professional in terms of the knowledge, the skill set, the mindset. So they have the ability actually to inspire you to another level, and you're actually
exactly.
literally growing every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think Grace, you read my mind, huh? So as a coach, we engage people in a thought-provoking and creative process. so that we inspire them to want to do better, to be a better version of themselves, right? To reach their professional or personal potential, right? We also, as a coach, we also create a safe environment, for them, so that they don't feel threatened or they don't feel afraid to speak out. So like I say, we have to be a buddy. So there's trust and respect, mutual trust and respect. Not only the coachee respecting the coach, but the coach respects the coachee, right? So we don't pass judgment as a coach. So that the coachee feels safe to express himself without reservation, right? They can tell the coach anything and everything, what they do, what they think, and how they feel, without having to worry what the coach thinks. So that is one of the characteristic of a good coach.
Actually, to what I understand, the mindset, actually, probably you and me is about, put it this way, in terms of the mindset, Asians are kind of conservative and looking for coach. Yeah, even mentor. I mean, there are people who are actually willing to give a free mentoring, but more individual is running away. I literally have no idea why they want to do so. But you like Jessie, someone to give mentor to you free, you still run away, or probably charge you a very minimum, you still run away. No, we should actually adopt that, and happily accept, appreciate, whoever have given us the chance. And coaching is literally, to me, it's another level of learning. It's mentoring, but probably a different way. Or even coach and mentoring, to me, is about the same.
You say the right word. No? Sometimes when you offer people, even like yourself, without charging, people do not accept it. People run away. Basically, what has to be done is actually the coachee has to trust the coach, and for that, chemistry has to be there.
Yes.
Right. There must be chemistry, and the coach will have to do a little bit of wooing. Wooing.
Yeah.
How a boy-girl relationship, there's wooing involved. So there's a bit of effort to be put in there, but it's done so naturally that the coachee don't feel it, and the coachee will decide whether that's the right coach or not.
Yeah. More concern. I guess it's basically I've spoken to a number of coaches, and I do realize that some coaches, they have full of passion in them to be a coach, where they literally share with you. Even they have extend their time, they are more than willing to share with you. But they are actually coach which is quite stingy. they really click the time, and I mean, to me, I would rather pick a buddy, someone that actually can talk to me with that love, that feeling, that kind of concern. Because I was to the extent why I need a coach, why I need a mentor, because I am not able to balance my knowledge or my wisdom, I would say. I want to extend my wisdom to another level. And the only way I can leverage out is to find someone, with a higher experience. But I will struggle myself in terms of get the right person.
Yeah.
So where to get more coaches?
Yeah. So, okay, you are right about a coach must be willing to listen, just like HR people, right? I have friends in HR who tells me that he's not willing to listen to people about their problem, right? Which I'm very surprised. I mean, how can you be in HR and you're not willing to listen, right? So just for me to transit from a HR person to be a coach is so natural, because as HR practitioner, we always listen to people's problem, and we try to help them to solve. So as a coach, we also have to listen and to be very interested to explore deeper into their experience.
Solution. We have to help them to how to discover, how to discover a solution to proceed on, and not sustain by. To me, I always believe that inspire someone, to a level that they can actually walk the path, rather than motivate someone, to give them the high thoughts, a high value of themselves that created the ego. Yeah.
And that's where friends or buddy is different, right? Friends or buddy do not have the knowledge, not the experience, right? And
May not,
sometimes they are not even attentive to your
unless you're
problem.
so lucky that you actually have someone where it's a director or senior director,
Yeah.
high level of business person, and they will probably give you a good thoughts, as a good friend. Yeah, but otherwise,
like I say, some friends are not even attentive to your needs, Let me share with you one very simple thing that all ladies, in fact, I see quite a few ladies here in the chat, in the Facebook Live.
okay.
Ladies' problem, right? About shopping.
Wow, my
Okay.
topic.
Yeah.
Which color to
Once
choose, right? Which color to choose?
yeah, exactly. So once I was shopping with a friend, and then I saw a dress and I couldn't decide. So I asked her for advice, and my friend just simply said, just buy it lah, Like, if you like it, buy it, So I feel that, hey, she's not being serious. No? She did not even ask me my budget. What's the purpose? She just tell me to go and buy straight away, right? So I'm saying that friends, they are not so attentive to you. They don't listen to your concern. They don't ask you like, hey, why do you ask this question? Where are you coming from, right? Some even become judgmental, Are you stingy or what? Just buy lah, don't like, just give away. So they give you such suggestion. So friends is quite natural. They give you this type of reaction. But as a coach, we do not, give our...
Be more sensitive, right?
Yeah, we are very sensitive. We listen. I mean, if we do that, we will be considered unprofessional.
Yeah.
Right. So we usually...
already at the emotional stage.
Correct.
Because to me, I realized that when you need a coach, you are literally at the emotional stage where you can't justify or balance, your skill set.
Yeah, you usually have a concern, concern that
so
you cannot solve.
Yes, it's actually a time where how to resolve that situation, inside you.
Correct. And very likely you feel very knotted up, and sometimes even confused. And in fact, I've got her friend who applied for sent out so many letters, and he got no response. And by the time he called me, he was frustrated and feeling hopeless. Right. So I think it's good thing that he get to me in time, in time. And in fact, another thing I want to share with you about timeliness is that, to make sure that coaching is successful for that particular client, it's just like my friend. He must be ready. That means he must find the need to be coached. Right. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a bit frozen for a while.
Yeah.
So for a coaching session to be successful, the client must be ready. They must be ready for change.
Yeah.
If they are not ready, they will not make the change happen.
Yeah, that's right. We're not acceptive towards just like what I say. They are people who are willing to give free mentor. We will just run away.
And they are not willing to accept, right?
Yeah. Or even though they say, okay, I'm going to accept, a mentor or the coach, but they are not willing to share their problems. They just expect that you can read them like a book. How can this possible be?
Correct.
Ivy, I'm just curious, what are the challenges that you overcome so far? I mean, the toughest challenge that you ever faced?
For coaching, is it?
Yes, buddy coach, right?
Yes.
So what's the biggest challenge that you face?
The biggest challenge is that sometimes they accept, they hear you, they agree, everything, but they never get it done. This is exactly where I say where the client is not ready, not ready to change.
I guess it's the same. Even some friends, to us, we give them the advice, but they will just accept to what you have mentioned, you have commented, but they are not able to actually decide. Yeah, even we have shared with them to the detail.
Yeah.
To the extent, by finding just a boycott relationship. It's like we as outsider, we can see the situation. We give advice to our friend. We tell them the pro and cons, the outcome will be, and they literally just, not going to. They just want to remain the same relationship.
Correct.
Oh, Jessie, huh? Yeah.
Okay, in coaching, we actually get them to realize things on their own. right? By asking them the appropriate questions. We call it powerful questions.
Yeah.
So powerful questions are like open-ended questions, questions that make them see things from different perspective. And sometimes with this help of powerful questions, they get they see things from a new angle and they get a breakthrough. They get to find their solution.
If
So-
only they have the open mind. I think the toughest is literally those that close up, and then you keep, you know, asking them questions, keep giving them that, you know, mingle with their head, you know, giving them the thoughts, giving them certain advice, and then really to the extent, if you can't, I don't think you, as a coach, should we just walk away?
Yeah, I mean, in fact,
my next question.
yes,
I'm curious.
Jessie?
Yeah,
What is
that's my next question.
What's your question?
That's my next question.
About?
Yeah.
Next question to you.
Yeah, can you repeat the question? Because we were all interrupting your voice.
Oh no, Grace had a question.
She
Grace
was
was asking. Yeah.
Again?
Like, it's just what I have said. It's like literally, if this person, you know, to the extent we're trying our best as a coach, you know, give them the necessary guides, and yet they are not doing something. I mean, they don't even took any courage to involve themselves into it.
So this is a point.
Yeah.
So this is a point where I said successful coaching has to be done when the coachee is ready, right? Another thing I'd like to share with you is, as a coach, sometimes we have to take risks. Sometimes we have to give feedback in a very skillful manner to make the client realize the issue that he's facing. Like sometimes some of them are procrastinating, you know, they take forever to do something. So as a coach, we are actually trained to be very skillful to make them realize this is their problem.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And
So
sometimes when we talk to them and we get them out of the comfort zone, they get upset. They get more withdrawn sometimes. So as a coach, we must actually kind of help them to see it without feeling upset. So it's a skill. Yeah. So to be a good coach, you need to have a good skill, right? In communicating, in giving feedback, right? A coach should be articulated, right? And they have to make sure they choose the right language to inspire and to motivate the coachee and not make the coachee withdrawn.
Yeah, like a buddy.
Yeah.
Jessie, you have a question?
Oh yeah, my question is, so how long do you take to solve all this problem? Like, do you talk to them like in a day and everything gets solved, or you have to meet that person a few times?
It depends on how deep is their problem. For example, like take a very simple example, career coaching, right? Career coaching, from my experience, it basically take about 6 to 10 sessions, 1 hour sessions. Usually we do coaching in an hour sessions, plus minus, more of plus, no minus, plus a few, maybe 15 minutes or half an hour. So 1 hour to 1.5 hours. So we, in a career coaching, we actually have to help them to identify the right job, right? We call it the right job match. So it'll take 2 to 3 sessions for them to zoom down. Like one of my coachee, she was working for 10 years, but and she worked in 3 different jobs. And only after when she consulted me, she realized that she has been in the wrong job all the time. And the answer was very simple. Basically, she doesn't like to work. She doesn't like people, she said, which I was quite surprised. But yet, the last 3 jobs she's doing are all customer service. Yeah. So when she had the coaching session with me, she realized, oh my goodness, all the time I'm taking up the wrong job, right? Then another session, she realized that she likes structure. And tell me, is customer service structured customer service? No, right? Customer will bring up all kind of problem and it's never structured.
Yeah.
Well, then she realized again that she has been on the wrong job. And she only realized after 10 years and after engaging me as a coach. Yeah. So this is an example that you can see for yourself.
Yeah, I strongly encourage everyone actually, you know, possible, if you have a chance, meet up some coach. If you like, you can contact Ivy and,
Yes,
have a few words with her to actually understand, how you can develop yourself. Because I've been a HR. Yeah, we have seen many employees, even candidates, when we go through interviews, it's like, are you sure you're looking for the right job, or you literally just find to survive? If you're thinking of surviving, the period of that time is very short, okay? You will no longer have that career, but a job.
Yeah.
So you have to decide whether you want a job or you want a career. And you have to decide how you want to develop yourself. Are you going to sustain your level forever there as an officer, or you prefer to go, develop every 3 years, to a different level by learning certain knowledge? Yeah, then, because if you attend training, there is still limitation. Because when you attend training, it's actually in a group, okay? Those facilitators will not have time to look upon your situation or in terms of your thinking. Yeah, so the key person is still have a buddy, and that buddy is spread out. It's like, what kind of buddies you're looking for. Yeah, you want a buddy. Partner can be your buddy, right?
Yeah.
Ivy? Yeah, your spouse can be your buddy. Your friends can be your buddy. Your child can be your buddy. Yeah. Literally, even colleagues, the colleagues that sit opposite you can be your buddy. But the most tricky part is, how you actually like to look upon yourself. Are you the type of person that you want a contented life, simple life, that you just move on day by day, enough to survive, But throughout those years, when you reach certain age, you would like to go for another level. And how are you going to actually know, or measure yourself, or which level you are going to? Are you the type of a manager type, a leader type, or you are a director, or you're actually not supposed to work in office, but start your own business? So yeah, this is like, Ivy, I'm helping you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Grace. Yeah, I got a question coming in that asked me, what else make a good coaching session on top of all the things I mentioned? There's another thing that I like to mention before I answer your point of how to choose a right coach for myself, is that a good coaching session will always involve identifying action to be done by the coachee. So if you undergo a certain coaching session and you end up there's nothing for you to do as a coachee, then it may not be a good coaching session.
Yeah.
Right? Because you
can
need
feel
to
it. Actually, from the first session, you can feel it.
Yeah, you
Like
need to do
literally-
something before to bring yourself nearer to your goal,
I mean, certain question that the coach actually asks you, you can actually identify whether this is what you want, in your life, your purpose of your life. Yeah, to the extent that, this coach is actually directly into your heart. If this person can't reach your thoughts to that standard, then that person may not suit you. You can actually look for another coach. Literally, you can talk to as many coaches as you like till you find the right person, because that is your buddy.
Yeah. Yes. Good. Well said, Grace. Yeah. So talking about action, basically you need an action plan, right? So you need what to do, when to do, right? A timeline, the sequence of action you need to do, right? Do you have any questions on this? No. Okay, someone has asked me on my WhatsApp, is the coach responsible for the client, to take action to achieve result? Right? Before I answer this, I like to ask the Singaporean way, who belongs to the problem? Who?
The client.
Who? Jessie, Jessie, you got the answer right. Right. So the problem the problem belongs to the client, right? So the client has to be responsible, right? Basically, he has to be accountable for himself. Okay, let me explain the difference between responsible and accountable. Responsible means somebody asks you to get the job done. But accountable means he is answerable to himself. It's coming from himself. So in a good coaching session, the client should be accountable for himself, right? The coach is only a guide or a catalyst, nudge him along to achieve the result he wants. Okay, I think we are left with very little time. So let me answer this question about how can I find the right coach for myself?
Yes, that is very important.
Yeah. So
The rest you can park aside.
I think we will not talk about the price. So notwithstanding the consideration of price, for that, come and talk to me personally. The right coach is someone that you feel comfortable to talk openly, right? You can feel the vibe, like the way Grace and I feel the vibe when we talk to each other, right? Whether he's the right one for you. Different coaches have different mannerism, like what you call the bedside manner for doctors, right? Some doctors' bedside manner you like, some you don't like somehow, right? So the same, right? Yeah, another question. Do we need our coach to be a subject matter expert? Actually, the answer is no lah. The answer is no, if he is a good coach. But yet, I like to ask you another question. If you have a problem at workplace, will you talk to a coach who is a business startup expert or a social media expert? Would you? Problem at workplace, will you talk to a social media coach?
You have to get the right expert, in the field.
Yeah.
If not, you're 对牛弹琴.
Yeah, so you have to talk to somebody who is a workplace expert, a HR person, or a workplace coach, right? Right. About this same question, another thing is like, okay, someone again asked, do I need to find the coach with the right background, with the right specialization, right? So my answer actually answers what he asked, but I already answered him before he asked whether you need to find a coach with the right experience or right specialization. So if you have a workplace concern, you won't want to look for a business startup coach, right? Or a social media marketing coach, right?
Get the right coach.
Yeah. Then another question, another point that I like to highlight is that, okay, do you want to look for an accredited coach or not accredited coach? A trained and certified coach or not a trained and certified? So there are people who are accredited but without the relevant experience. There are people with the relevant experience but without accreditation. So all these you need to find out. And actually one
Have
way
the feeling, you must have the right feel,
Yeah.
that will be the
Correct.
key person that help you.
let me share, because we only got 4 minutes.
No worries, you have more
Yeah.
time. I'll give you more time.
Let me share a bit about the inner insider information about the coaching industry.
Yeah. Actually, you can keep some of it, Ivy, so that they can send message to you.
Yeah. So if you are interested to find out whether the coach is relevant or appropriate.
Yeah, you can actually have time. Yeah, spend some time, because Ivy is willing to give you that 3 hours, not half an hour time.
For the chemistry session.
Just to understand whether how you should look for the right coach. If she's not, then she would probably recommend other coach, because it's the same thing, buddy system. If you can't click with that coach, there's no way you can learn from that person, because literally you have a magnetic repel. It's like both can just get together. Whatever he or she mentioned to you or shared the thoughts with you, you will not go inside here, nor even your heart. So the best is, speak to as many coaches as possible, to the extent that you find that is the right person. Whether they are, they may name themselves as a mentor, or they may name themselves as a coach, or even myself, we are all in different names. Yeah.
Grace, give me a bit of time. You say I can take more time. Is it 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, you can have even more. I can just shut off the camera.
Okay. Okay. I mean, before
save the question. Save the questions.
I am asking any more questions. Yeah.
Save them. Whoever is interested to know Ivy,
I'm going to say about that. Yeah.
Please actually PM. You can actually PM her. Okay, you can find her in Facebook. And literally, you can find from my Facebook as well, or even in Soul Love. She's actually one of the admin in Soul Love as well. You can write to her and ask her about how to look for a right coach, and she can share with you. As I say, if she can't, she will recommend other coaches for you. It can be in terms of which type of coaches you're looking for, in terms of your slimming program, in terms of the wisdom about lifestyle, or in terms of, you know, your career, or in terms of business. We have a lot of
Grace, I want to say that I'm giving away 10 complimentary 1-hour coaching session.
Oh,
First
okay.
come, first serve basis, right? If you want, WhatsApp me at 8288-3398. WhatsApp me to make a quick reservation, right? You can
repeat the number again.
8288-3398. 10 places for coaching session, right? Make a reservation with me. If you want to consult me on workplace issues or HR consulting issues, feel free to email me or WhatsApp me or connect me through LinkedIn as well, right? So
Hi,
that's all I
Ivy.
have to say. Yes.
Okay, one last question. So is it open to personal consultation?
Yes.
That means,
One-to-one personal consultation. I promise you, it's strictly
not
confidential.
business related, is
No,
it?
anything. Okay.
Okay.
Literally, you can find Ivy in terms of any questions in terms of
Yeah.
coach, because she actually know quite a number
Life
of
coach. Yeah.
coaches.
I'm a
Yeah.
life coach. I
Yeah.
do business startup. I do even beauty coaching, right? Weight loss also.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. But my specialty is in workplace coaching. Yeah. Because
Okay.
of my years in HR.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can find
Thank you, Grace.
detail.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Grace.
don't mention. Yeah, you can actually find a lot of detail from her. You know, you can just squeeze her tight.
1 hour, 1 hour.
Yeah, find any way to squeeze her tight to actually gain any knowledge that you like. You know, give
Yeah.
yourself that, you know,
I'm
the
all
exit
yours.
boundaries. Yeah, exit boundaries, not within the box, but exit the boundaries by asking her the, you know, all kind of questions in terms of relationship, in terms of, and relationships can be huge topics. Yeah. So she can actually give you certain thoughts, and to the extent she can even recommend you the right coach. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
true.
she find that the chemistry between you and her, because it's very difficult to justify in terms of that feelings. Yeah, that thoughts, you know. Yeah. So it's like some may get along with Ivy and some may not get along with Ivy, and can look for me as well if you want to. I'm here as well. I have a different way of coaching. My way is very different. I'm very direct, focused person. So yeah, my way and Ivy is a bit different, and her way it's
Like we say, all coaches have different mannerisms.
different, just very different. So it's actually you yourself have to, you know, identify and justify. Yeah, like
Yeah, so anyway, what they're trying to say is just call Grace and Ivy. Yeah, call Grace and Ivy.
Yeah, call. Yeah, right.
Now. You better
No,
just say
no.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, go for the 10 spots and more.
Yeah, we have no limitation. I guess Ivy will be able to extend more than 10 by knowing her. Yeah, maybe stretch to 15, right, Ivy? Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Grace.
very
Thank
much.
you, Jessie.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you, all my supporters and audience. I hope you have learned something about coaching.
Yeah, Ivy is very well loved, especially in Soul Love Singapore. Literally, you know, she's very active by posting quotes and notes and comments as well. And we love
trying to be active.
Yes, be active. Yes, we have to be active. Yes, in order to make a difference. If you are quiet, then you are no longer able to kind of, you know, move yourself, because you're too, you may end up, because we just need communication. Yeah, we just need that communication in order.
Communication is my strength.
Yes, and we need that. Yes, we cannot just be quiet. You know, just make noise. That's the reason why this show is actually started with Jessie, because we feel that it's too, you know, there are too many webinars and they are too serious. We don't like that seriousness, because if we continue this way, then we are not normal. Yeah, we will rather be informal. Okay, it's really okay, you know, to even laugh and joke and make fun of it, because the objective is to have a good feel, you know, a good feel of each other. And
I have a good time laughing.
Yeah, exactly. Just now we are just having jokes before we actually start the show. Yeah. So the coming Thursday we have someone very unique. I guess he's watching us today. Yeah, Eddie will be joining us, talking about his past and how he transformed himself. He was actually in Manhunt.
Wow. I can't wait. I can't wait.
He is very charming.
Wow, I can't wait.
Jessie.
So we'll see you on Thursday. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Bye. Good night. Have a great weekend.
Bye.